Are you tired of seeing thousands of files from your Node Modules folder when checking in your Angular project using Visual Studio Team Services and Visual Studio Code? You're not alone. Today we're going to tackle how to exclude those pesky folders from source control. I completely understand your frustration. It can be incredibly annoying to deal with an overwhelming number of files that you don't want to include in your check-in. Many developers face this issue, especially when working with large projects that have extensive dependencies. So here's the specific question we're addressing today. How can you exclude the Node Modules folder from source control in Visual Studio Code? You mentioned using a .tignor file in Visual Studio, but you're wondering how to achieve the same in VS Code. Let's dive into this. To understand the solution, it's important to know that Visual Studio Code uses a different approach for ignoring files compared to Visual Studio. While .tignor is still relevant, we need to ensure it's set up correctly in your project to avoid those unwanted files. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip that will help you manage your project files even better. To exclude folders like Node Modules from source control in Visual Studio Code, the user should create a .tignor file in the root of their project directory. Next, the user needs to open the tignor file and add the folder they want to exclude. In this case, they should add the line Node Modules to the file. After saving the .tignor file, the user should refresh their Visual Studio Code workspace. This will ensure that the changes take effect and the excluded files are no longer tracked. Finally, the user can verify that the Node Modules folder is excluded by checking the source control panel. The excluded files should no longer appear in the list of changes. Fun fact: did you know that the Node Modules folder can sometimes contain more files than the actual code in your project? It's like a hidden treasure chest of dependencies. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution to exclude folders in TFS while using Visual Studio Code involves modifying the settings JSON file. You need to add a specific line to ensure that the .tignor file works correctly. This user found the solution on a helpful website which can guide you through the process of using TFS in Visual Studio Code effectively. Here's that quick tip I promised. Regularly review your .tignor file to ensure it's up to date with any new folders or files you want to exclude. This will keep your check-ins clean and efficient. And there you have it. You can now exclude the Node Modules folder from your check-ins in Visual Studio Code. Remember, keeping your source control tidy is essential for a smooth development process. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.